What's up, guys? Today we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to clean the carburetor and replace the carburetor on a push mower. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to replace the carburetor on a Toro 22-inch Recycler Push Mower. This is a pretty interesting mower because I got it from a friend of mine. She gave it to me. She said it didn't work. She doesn't know what's wrong with it. It hasn't started in 2 years. She gave it to me and said, if you can make it work, it's yours. So we're going to go ahead and replace the carburetor and see what we can do. This is a lawn mower that I've got, the push mower. It's a Toro GTS 6.5 horse Recycler. Okay, the first thing you want to do is check the model number. So what you're going to do is you're going to go back here where the bag is. And there's your model number right there, 20018. That's so that you can order the proper carburetor. So the first step that we're going to want to do is we're going to go ahead and take the spark plug cap off. You don't want it accidentally starting. First step we're going to do is we're going to remove this air filter. What you're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to turn it and it's going to pop right off. Now we're going to go ahead and take this cover off, and we're going to do this with a 1/4 inch socket. It's going to be 4 bolts right here. Now the one thing you have to know is that you're going to have to go ahead and take off the oil cap in order to take the cover off. Alright, now that the engine cover's off, the engine looks just like this. Next step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take off the gas tank. And then we're going to remove this muffler, and then finally the carburetor itself. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and remove the gas tank. And the way we remove the gas tank is we pull it towards us and we pull up just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it hang like here, and I'm going to pinch this cable here, this hose, and I'm going to pull it off of the carburetor. And you just got to work it until it comes completely off. That way we won't get any gas anywhere. We may lose a little bit, but not a whole lot. Now once I have the gas tank pulled off, easiest way to do things is to get a gas can like so, to push it right there into the gas can, and then take the top off so that I can just loosen it so that I can freely pour back into the gas can. Just make sure it's good gas, because you don't want to put bad gas in your good gas can mixture. Alright, I'm going to tighten the lid back, and we're going to store this, and we're going to store it just like this so it doesn't leak out. Now the next step is we're going to go ahead and take off the exhausts, and you're going to do that with a 7/16 socket. And it's just 2 bolts right here and right here. And just take off the muffler. Okay, and there's our muffler, and we have 2 bolts here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take off the carburetor. And then what we're going to do is I need to switch sockets from the that we just had the 7/16 into 3/8 inch. Take the carburetor off. I'm going to loosen the bolts. Now, when I loosen these bolts, there's another thing I need you to pay attention to. That would be this right here. There is a long pin and a spring-loaded pin here. Now this is the throttle control. So do see that there's 2 holes here. This one's in the second hole. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take it off of here, and I got to pull the carburetor off. Like so. And then once the carburetor is off, one pin, the spring-loaded one, automatically releases, and then we have to go ahead and take off the other one, and it's just a simple little hook. So now here's the carburetor. Okay, so here's the old carburetor. It has a couple of things on it, obviously, that the new carburetor does not have. I picked up this new carburetor from Amazon.com, and I'm going to put the link below to how much that carburetor cost. It was about 13 bucks, so it wasn't a bad deal. So I do have to take off some of these things in order to put them on here to put them back on. Alright, in order to take this stuff off, we're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver, and a 3/8 inch socket. Alright, so the first thing is we're going to go ahead and take off this air filter adapter. I'm going to do that using the Phillips head screwdriver. I'm just going to unscrew that, unscrew this, and we'll pull it right off. Okay, and there's our air filter adapter. And the next thing, we're going to go ahead and take off the elbow here. I do notice that one of these things does have the lever on there, so we got to stick that on. Alright, so that screws out of here. Now there's the gasket. It does come with a new one of these gaskets, so that's good. It didn't come with one of these gaskets here, so I'm going to take it out of this one. It seems to look fine. Okay. I'll put the gasket right in here, just like that. Screw number 1, and then screw number 2. Perfect. Perfect. So now we got the new gasket here. I'm going to stick it right there. There's the new flange here. There we go. Now remember, you do have a lever that you're going to put on it. Don't forget that lever. Don't forget this nut on the other side. And we'll do the same for the other side as well. Make sure the gasket stays in place. Get the nut as well. Go. Now the last thing we need to do is pull this off right here, just like that, and that goes right here, like so. And we're all set to put it back on. So just as we took it off, we're going to put it back on. So we're going to take this, we're going to take the first lever, I'm going to stick it in here like that. That goes in the top one. And this one goes here. Here we go, like that. And this is going to go and connect right here. Now I'm going to leave the bolts a little bit loose so that we can go ahead and reconnect the fuel line. Alright, so I've got the other bolt as well. In there. Alright, we're good. So I'm going to put the gas tank on it. I'm just going to put the gas line. Just like that. Now I'm going to tighten it fully. There we go. Now I'm going to put the exhaust back on. So now that the exhaust is coming on, we're going to go ahead and tighten it up. Alright, so that's on. Make sure this right here is plugged into there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the gas tank back where it should be. Just like that. Alright, we're going to prime it up and everything should be good to go. We're going to go ahead and put the air filter back on it. Just like that. I'm going to put a little gas in it, I'm going to prime it up, and I want to see if we can start it. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and prime it a little bit, and then we're going to go ahead and give it a pull start. We'll also need to make sure we put the spark plug back on. I'm going to prime it up a couple times. There we go. Let's go ahead and give it a start. Alright guys, well, something interesting just happened. The spark plug shot out of the push mower and shot across the garage. The one thing I did not check was the spark plug, and the reason why I didn't check it is because it was a brand new spark plug. I did get it from a friend of mine. She told me the thing hasn't worked in 2 years. She replaced the spark plug and it still wasn't working. My first thought was the carburetor. So I showed you guys how to replace the carburetor. It went to go start up and launch the spark plug. So that's going to be my next video, is how to rethread a spark plug hole. So that'll be something interesting. I'll go ahead and get that kit off Amazon and show you guys how to do that. But for the time being, at least you know now how to replace the carburetor. If you have any questions, comment below, like, add, subscribe. You know, it could be good, bad, or indifferent as far as the comments goes. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.